And so that's the ignition coil, and then the capacitors are these blue things inside the fuse box.
Ah.
The ignition cable?
The
They don't.
ignition cable, not sure where it's at in this mess, but it
But are they all
sits
connected?
on
Yeah.
top. And then you have two underneath one, two, and then.
Yeah, on this slide say that there is 4, right?
Coils, right?
There's 4 ignition coils, guys.
Yeah.
There's
That's what I say on the.
8,
Well, see, that's what I'm confused.
right?
Like it goes-
8 spark plugs, 8 ignition coils.
What? I think there's 1 spark plug.
Yeah, there's-
Or ignition coils for 2.
And they power 2 spark plugs.
That's what I say on the board.
That's what
I'm
that's what
confused.
the slide says.
No, it is correct. I checked the maintenance, not the maintenance, the engine
Manual,
manual.
the Rotax 912
Yeah.
AS. Well, we can return back to that
Wait,
later.
that's okay. I'm gonna do my logbook.
All right, so abnormalities, issues, and failures. You okay over there?
Yeah. But
Okay.
it's not ready for this class.
Girl. I don't ask that much of you, you just gotta sit there. All right, so like we talked about, if generator A fails, what's gonna happen?
You fails and then you pop out.
Well, you're technically not wrong, but, oh my gosh, but what happens, so if generator A fails, what's gonna happen? B takes over, exactly.
Okay.
They really made this an excessive slideshow.
Maybe we're not excessive enough.
This is not, okay, that's ULS. This is too many things going on right now. Okay, normal, okay, so like we talked about, these are normal engine indications. We want our volts to be in the green. What is volts 1?
Battery.
Yeah.
Battery.
And what's volts 2?
Target this battery.
Yep, and what's amps? Kaden?
It's different in the systems, I think. Is that? Wait, I actually don't know for this
Did
one.
you say it was like the total charge versus the difference of how much charge is put out or something?
Yes, so it's essentially the charge of the battery versus the output of the battery. So if the battery is getting charged more than it's
Oh, it
being,
is the same. Okay.
yeah, I think it's pretty similar.
Yeah, yeah.
If the battery is getting charged more than it's being used, it's gonna stay in the green.
I was gonna say like the alternator is charging a battery, but you guys don't have an alternator. Alternator's eject.
Yeah, yeah,
Right?
yes, exactly.
Yeah, and that's what I was like, great.
But same, it's similar, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
This is our RPM, always wanna keep our RPM in the green. What?
Starter on.
Negative.
So this is like right when it starts, it's gonna look like this generally. And then when it turns on,
Oh.
yeah, so this is how, everything should essentially always be in the green, obviously, like, we don't wanna flag anything, not in the green. So, if some initial signs of generator failure are our amps, depleting, because then our battery isn't getting charged anymore. So if you have negative amps, something's wrong, something's weird and silly. Bro, this keyboard, okay, whatever. I don't know what this really, power increase with low amps. What are they saying?
What?
Oh, we're increasing the amps.
I think they're just saying that like, if you increase like power, then the amp should put.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because if you increase power, what are you doing?
You're decreasing, wait, what?
If you increase power, what are you doing?
How does that use the battery? I mean, it uses it somehow, right?
It,
Because whatever the amps decrease, it's not.
if you increase power, what's gonna happen to the amps?
It's gonna
It
charge it down.
increases it. Right?
You're requiring a greater charge output, right?
No, but it's 5,300.
Not necessarily. Well, okay,
That's what.
wait, what?
It
Oh,
increases.
me? Who, me?
Yeah.
What?
What the heck?
I think we're all on something today.
I just said when you increase power, you're requiring a greater charge output.
Yes, but when you increase power, you're also charging the battery more. The generator is producing more more power, therefore charging said battery.
So are you saying the amp equalize out if you increase power?
The amp should increase.
Yeah.
Well, so the battery in my,
Because
Um,
technically,
go ahead.
at a certain RPM, you, like 2,500, which is based on the checklist, you activate generator B, right?
I believe so, yes.
So with that activation, it would increase, right? Okay.
Because essentially the battery's kind of always it's always, the way I look at it is, the battery's always charging these things, like. Obviously, it's a battery. How do I word this? When you increase power, generator charges battery more. That's,
Because like,
Because
It's crazy
generator
where
B
So the
is connected
like,
to,
attached to the stator, and then that like the spin is like positive, that's generating more power. And then
so
that
yeah.
power goes to the battery.
generator B is connected to the battery.
yes,
That's
So
just
that's
like
just
starts
powering,
Yeah.
which is shown in the apps.
yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's only on startup though, like, once you exceed 2,500 RPM, the Gen B turns on, but. Like, if your amps were to drop, then increasing RPM would like, make the crankshaft spin faster.
Oh,
And the stator inside the
Just the
stator,
generator.
like, what do you call it? Well, that
The
thing was
crankshaft?
called, but like,
The
the thing was like.
24, yeah,
Yeah,
can-
the gear.
The stator, the stator.
No, the stator, yeah, that's the.
Yeah,
The stator, yeah.
Later.
Yeah, the magnet in the stator spins faster and it generates more power.
Make sense, everybody?
Yeah.
It's cool.
No, it wouldn't.
My stomach is growling.
Back to the, power give, like,
battery.
electric power base.
To the battery.
Yeah, they said.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Cool, glad we covered that. Next.
we all got confused.
I believe it's a simple concept to like understand.
Yeah, I think I made it confusing.
No, I think we all made it
No, I
confusing.
confuse myself with personality, like, wait. Dumb.
So basically, when you increase
Don't
power,
say
you
that.
increase power.
When you increase engine RPM,
Yeah.
you
Is it-
increase charge of the battery.
Which is apps, which is like
Yeah.
the app.
Because there's a generator.
Because when you set your power in the initial run up, well, not initial run up, but what is it called?
Well, we're not really talking about that. We're talking about like in flight.
Yeah,
Okay.
but like just to give like a visualization, like
Uh-huh.
when you're increasing to 2,500 RPMs, like when you're checking everything, that's when you activate generator.
He
B.
never
I
made
don't-
a
I don't
mistake,
have
so
a
he
good-
this is.
He doesn't really, that's hard for him to like
Oh,
understand, yeah. This poor kid's just been sitting here like.
Yeah, I'm a pilot who wishes to fly one.
Yeah.
So-
Never take flying for granted.
Yeah, that's.
Or driving.
You literally can't operate any motor vehicle right now.
Nothing with engine.
Bikes only, electricity only.
And then.
He's making
Works right now.
violence. One
Yeah.
at a
I don't even have the
time.
charger for the e-ticket instead.
No, you
Kaz is
The
here.
most
Yeah, it has to be
ignorant
like.
pilot.
So-
Oh, shit.
He's your neighbor, just fucking.
No, he doesn't live there
He's
anymore.
good.
Oh, yeah, I thought
Yeah.
you.
He hasn't, no.
Anyways.
Yeah. Anyways,
Only one.
so this is what full generator failure indications look like, so negative amps,
The battery is.
yellow volts. Basically, if anything's not in the green, that's not good.
So.
No.
If the RPM is not showing.
That is the question you would ask. That is fully a question that you would ask, Malcolm. What's the question?
That was his
Okay,
question.
okay.
I'm gonna change.
What's your question?
We went over increasing RPM, makes the crankshaft turn more, right? And it causes the stator to make back spin faster, generating more charge from the battery, right? Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yes. I mean.
If the amps drop to yellow, if the amps drop to yellow, right, they're in the negative, and we increase the RPM, will that charge it back up?
It's supposed to.
Should.
It's supposed
But
to
if it's not
unless
work-
there's.
But on that case, it says going down because there's something.
There's something wrong.
unless
So,
the
yeah,
generator.
basically-
So if they're falling down, it isn't the best idea to increase throw.
You can increase.
You can
protect
increase
that.
it, but if it doesn't increase, then something's wrong.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a little bit of like a troubleshooting type of situation.
so what's about their arcade?
No, that's a good question.
No, it's good.
Yeah.
Because when.
And
one
what's about the
generator-
arcade?
Yeah, but because one generator fails, the whole, the other generator just relies on putting power to the E ECU.
Yeah, okay, cool, yeah. Sorry.
You got it, you got it.
Okay,
Listening.
and can you guys see, even though my head's kind of in the way?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Engine vibration, so anytime there's any like abnormal engine vibrations felt, land as soon as practical and notify maintenance. Sling engine cradles are, I don't know what that is. Sling engine cradles are designed to minimize the effects of normal engine vibration in the flight deck. If vibration occurs when reducing the engine's power, the engine exhaust pipe is most likely contacting the engine's cage. When at high power settings, the engine moves forward in its cage. When power is reduced, it physically moves back towards the firewall. Interesting. Okay. To fight vibrations, make sure the current fuel tank has sufficient fuel. Both pumps are on. Fuel selector is on the correct tank, and try to find an RPM setting where the roughness is at a minimum, but it's not a land as soon as possible. It's a land as soon as practical. Unless your engine fails, then go land. But like, that's, you guys know what I mean versus like land as soon as practical versus possible, right? Okay. Yeah, lane lengths. So like we talked about, lane lengths are the way that the ECU can communicate with us. Anytime it comes on, it's sensing an abnormal occurrence. Like we talked about, anytime it comes on, open the FADEC page on your G3X to check what it's telling you. Sometimes it like just says sensor, so it might not be very specific, but take a picture, and then cycle, so turn off, and then turn back on, and then hopefully it'll go away. If it doesn't, that's when you have an issue and you have to either land or just, stop the airplane. But like sometimes you'll turn on the plane and both lane lights stay on and you cycle both of them and they just turn off and it's fine. It's just because it was a startup thing. But in the air, it can happen too. Also, if you're cycling your lane lights, make sure that you have a place to land. Just be like, okay, I'm here. Where can I land in case something goes not good? But always take a picture of the FADEC information. So EGT, what is this?
So,
Exhaust temperature or something.
Yeah, exhaust gauge temperature. So what does it, okay, it's already there. So it directly measures the temperature of the air coming out from each of the engine cylinders. These small metal probes are subject to being blasted with 1,000+ degree weather. What? What does that mean?
it's just the metal. You can,
Yeah,
you
but
can,
it's just, oh,
it's
they're
able
just,
to hold down.
oh, I have to, okay, I just heard they're saying.
They wrote.
Yeah,
weird.
as a result, they often fail over time. When an EGT sensor goes bad, lane A will illuminate. So then the ECU uses the EGT sensor to help decide the fuel air mixture to be used. It censors that outage of an EGT sensor as a critical error, a solid lane length. If an EGT sensor spikes and or X's out, so it has the red X on your screen, bring the plane back to maintenance. It is most likely a broken sensor, which is not going to engine fail you, but you still obviously have to tell maintenance that something's wrong. But it'll always be lane A. Actually, I've had that happen like a couple times where you like click the FADEC and it's just EGT sensor. Cool. High fuel pressure. So we have our engines are equipped with a pressure release valve.
Wouldn't you just increase your RPM? Decrease.
For what? What do you mean?
I forgot, no.
Okay, so we have a pressure relief valve. In the case that fuel pressure gets too high, fuel pressure will be pushed out of this valve, lowering the pressure. Two of the Rotax 912 IS fuel filters are simple strainers. The chances of a block are very minimal, but the final coarse filter has the highest chance of blockage like we talked about. In this case, the bypass will come into use. When the bypass line is in use, a drop or rise in fuel pressure may occur. If a high fuel pressure reading occurs, land the plane as soon as possible. So what can happen what could be a reason for your fuel pressure being high?
You're-
Too hot
Yeah.
outside? What else?
You're on the cross, like the wind is actually entering the
That would only happen when it's really, really hot, I feel.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is this?
If the fuel mixture is too lean, right?
No, that is not, yeah.
That doesn't really apply to us.
It's not apply to us, but.
We don't have much.
We don't mix.
Yeah, but is that also,
Yeah.
Yes, I think.
That's the correct answer for the written test.
For the written test, oh yeah, that's true, actually, they do ask that on the written test.
Okay.
Yes, what's another example of why fuel pressure could be high?
Oh, temperature.
Maybe low fuel.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
low.
Low fuel. If your fuel pressure is high and your temperature is normal, what do we think that could mean? Maybe, or sensor, like just sensor failure. Or like sensor, is something's wrong with sensor. Because if the pressure is high, your temperature should also be high. I'm not saying that you shouldn't like go land, like look at it and be like, oh, it's just a sensor. But I'm just like, there are different options. Either way, if your fuel pressure is high, you gotta fix it.
So we check the lane
Huh?
and light,
So too many sensors.
Too many sensors, too many failures.
Yeah.
so we check the lane A light to see if it came on.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to say it like that. What was I thinking? Yes. Yes, I don't know, Sean, do you know if a lane light will come on if the fuel pressure increases? I've never seen it increase, that's why like in the red.
Or if it's, I mean, if the gauge is faulty, the lane.
Yes, if the
okay.
gauge is faulty, the lane light would come on, you are correct, so yes, actually.
Do you guys, have you gone over what lane controls what sensors?
Mhm,
Yes.
mhm.
Yeah, so if there's an issue with one of those sensors, then lane A's light could go on.
Yeah, good connection, gosh, connection on the dots.
It's Friday.
Yeah, I took a nap.
I feel pressure gauge when yellow and I check right.
Oh, did it?
What did you do?
I just decreased RPM and then like level up a bit and it went back.
Yeah, sometimes, cause yellow would be cool or too low pressure, not high
Yeah.
pressure, so that's interesting, I wonder what happened. Oh, maybe a sensor thing too.
Yeah, I think it was weird because like every time I went high RPMs, like the RPM gauge is going yellow. So if I wasn't like at a like steep.
Oh, so that's like.
What plane you took?
Nana Tangaramian.
Oh.
It's a good plane.
No, it isn't, it's one of our newest ones too,
Yeah.
interesting,
Scary,
a little bit.
a little bit.
Alright, ULS, we're not talking about this one. Okay, low fuel pressure. So we have dual electric fuel pumps, those two, the main and the aux. A loss of one or both of these pumps will lead to a change in fuel pressure. Low fuel pressure issues can be caused by bad fuel pumps, filter blockage, fuel selector not fully open, so it's, what? I don't understand what that means.
Which one?
Precisely. Fuel selector not fully open.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
You
if
mean like
you-
the physical one?
Oh,
Oh, okay,
yeah.
okay.
If you for some reason got right in middle, no.
Yeah, if you didn't fully like click it. In Rotax 912 IS engines, a loss in fuel pressure means an instant loss of engine power. Some planes have had occurrences where they would periodically drop into the low caution area for fuel pressure. If this happens, land the plane and notify maintenance.
I think they have a recall for the fuel selector for a while, you know.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
ADIS, yeah, if you check the ADIS for the aircraft.
Oh, that's good to know. Gosh, darn. I'm just gonna show you. Yes, that was all. Fuel starvation is real. Make sure you have enough fuel. Like, people are silly, goofy about that. Like,
It's one of the biggest.
it's one of the biggest ways people die.
Mm.
That was so aggressive. I'm sorry. It's one of the biggest ways that accidents happen, which is like crazy because you can prevent it.
Yeah, why don't you just check the.
Because
Hmm.
so someone came in for their check ride here and they were in the pattern and they ended up having fuel starvation and had to declare an emergency during their check ride.
Oh my.
Anyways,
Too nervous.
sorry.
Check
Can't happen.
fuel caps. I know ours like we lock them,
Mhm.
but like normally when I fly like my buddy's plane and they like come fuel it, they don't always put it on all the way. And like we always like check it after and it's like, bro, it's like completely loose. Like,
Yeah, and that's no bueno.
No bueno. Not a fun day.
Okay, we're not talking about that. High oil pressure. So we have oil, okay, not fuel. High oil pressure is a rare occurrence. It's normally seen when performing a cold start. So right when you start the aircraft and then like at a 7 a.m. flight, it'll probably be a high oil pressure or oil will be too cold. As the oil cools down, its viscosity increases, making the pump driven by the camshaft need to work harder. If this occurs on the ground, let the engine and oil warm up by keeping the RPMs low. If this occurs mid-air, some type of blockage may have occurred and land the plane ASAP. A lot of this also should be on your checklist. There are like different emergency procedures, but you should still know them. A loss of oil pressure will result in the loss of your engine. Oil is a vital cooling component to the engine. If it stops getting pumped around, internal fixings of the engine will stop getting cooled and lubricated. Although the engine will not immediately quit, it will begin to suffer damage. Low oil pressure can be caused by a leak, a lack of oil, a broken pump, a blocked filter, or excessive heat. If low oil pressure occurs, land the plane ASAP. High oil or coolant temperatures. So the engine cooling temperatures, cooling systems, it's all dependent on that inflow air from the cowling.
Or is it still showing there, just?
The inside of the engine compartment has four cylinders producing four cylinders producing air with temperatures of up to 1500 degrees. Any airflow, even if it's 100 degrees outside, will be much cooler than what the engine is producing. Limiting airflow can and will negatively affect your engine performance. The less air reaching your oil and coolant radiator, the higher the temperature of the liquids. And anytime oil or coolant temperature reaches a high temperature, airflow must increase. So if you have a high oil temperature in the air, what should you do? Yeah, pitch down and give some airflow. Hopefully it'll reduce it. If not, well, go. I don't feel like, okay. Hold on, let me look at this real quick. It's not working.
I think that should turn it on, no. No, because the computer had to turn it on, so
It's just.
maybe, oh.
Oh.
It's working.
Okay, this is not that long. All right, so this is kind of talking about the, whoa.
I think it's important.
Yeah, no, we're gonna talk about it. I just wanted to see the overall thing. So how an engine works. So we have power plant. Why do they
Yeah,
implement
the
the picture
picture.
right on top?
I think some reason is,
All right.
oh,
Okay, so the driving, the cylinder is the driving force that spins the prop. How many cylinders do we have? What kind of cycle do we have?
I don't know what.
Cycle.
For sure.
Yes, we do. And it's built to withstand high temperatures. Cool. So,
I just say it as like stroke, like 4-stroke or cycle.
4-stroke cycle.
in
The cycles 4 times.
What?
Or cycles, there's 4 things in one cycle.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It took a little while.
It's okay, you're doing great. So each of the
It's Friday.
It is Friday. I can feel it. Each of the 4 cylinders have 1 intake valve, 1 exhaust valve, 2 spark plugs, 2 fuel injectors, 1 piston, and 1 connecting rod. Every cylinder has an individual crankcase. The connecting rod is then attached to the crankshaft. So like, do you guys know? So in our how do you call it? In the acronym that we use to describe our engine, we use RHANGO4. We're horizontally opposed. This is basically due to save space. Because then it's like flat and you're not like, it's like some old engines, the rotor engines that are just like in circles, like that takes up so much space. So they do it like this. And it also, I guess, minimizes that aerodynamic drag. Don't know how that works, but this is how, as you guys can see in our little model, this is how our engine looks. So 4-stroke cycle, the most popular among GA aircraft: intake, compression, power, and exhaust. So intake, the piston moves down, creating a suction. Then the intake valves, this,
No, I take it, you bring. the
no, I'm
mixture
thinking that
in.
this is not really how our cycle. This is for specific.
general aviation, that's
This
general
is just
aviation,
the
yeah.
carburetor. I was just gonna clarify. Okay, so intake, compression, combustion, and exhaust. So intake, the piston moves down, it creates that suction. At the same time, the intake valve opens and it pulls the fuel air mixture into the cylinder. The compression begins when the intake valve closes and the piston moves back and forth on top of the cylinder. Then the fuel air mixture is ignited. This creates power, and and a pressure increase in the cylinder forces the piston downward away from the cylinder head, creating power, and that turns the crankshaft. The exhaust stroke is used to purge the cylinder of burned gases, so all that excess exhaust gas. And then it begins when the exhaust valve opens and the piston starts to move toward the cylinder head once again. So there'll be a little thing. So yeah, 4 strokes is 1 cycle, and then 2 repeats over and over again.
What do you mean that it's different from other?
No, I was thinking of it, this isn't wrong. No, this is like how ours works too. It's just,
Yeah.
I was thinking about like a different type of, I was
Your
thinking too deeply
injection.
about it.
Yeah.
Um,
versus carbureted.
It's not, yeah. So intake, compression, power, combustion, don't say power, it's weird. And exhaust. Cool visualization. Then we have,
That's all good.
this is how it works.
Wow.
Wow.
It's like
Horizontally
animation.
opposed, right?
Yeah, huh?
Horizontally
Big circle.
opposed,
Yeah.
so when one, just to clarify this, when one is on the compression side, the other one is already on the.
Yes.
It's opposite,
So
yeah.
they're not all on the same cycle this whole time. They're all on different stages.
They're twins, or they're, you know.
When one is pushing, the other, yeah.
Yeah, it's because they can't go like,
All 4 cylinders in different cycles, or is it 2 and 2, like?
2 and 2.
Mm,
I think, correct me if I'm wrong, Sean.
I think it's
I
nice.
think-
So,
It's all 4 on a different cycle, correct?
correct.
Yeah.
So we all know what the crankshaft is, right? There's also the camshaft. And so you have 2 camshafts, or in a car, you have typically like a timing belt. And what that does is it times all 4 of them so that they're all at different points. So it's gonna, the camshaft is gonna control the valves up there. So you have your crankshaft that's spinning, and then the camshaft will control the timing for each one when they fire.
Yeah, it's like they're on the bottom, so like there's two, but it was before us it would be the opposite, so the 1 and 2 to be in front of each other, 2 and 3, so that would be.
Yeah, so they all are on different cycles at any given moment, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Induction system is how air goes from
Yeah.
outside to inside the
Here
plate.
we go.
Oh, wait, no, it's not, sorry. Something completely different. Oh, no, I'm not wrong. Okay, yeah, from outside the plane to the cylinder, we either have the fuel injected system or the carbureted. Carburetor mixes the fuel air in the carburetor before this mixture enters the intake. The fuel injection system, because we have fuel injectors, mixes the fuel and air immediately before entry into each cylinder or injects the fuel directly into the cylinder. So it doesn't necessarily mix with the air beforehand. It just is injected into the cylinder. Make sense? Okay. Cool. I'm not talking.
ECU controls the windshield.
Yes, exactly. So this is a basic carburetor system. Essentially, let's see how it. So this is your flow chamber. This is where all your fuel is. This little ball like controls the fuel level. This is the mixture nozzle, mixture needle. So when the pilot's controlling the mixture, they're controlling this needle, and that fuel is pushed through a discharge nozzle into the Venturi. But this mixture needle is controlling how much fuel is actually going in there, therefore higher controlling your mixture. Air enters through the air inlet. Fuel and air mix in this Venturi, and the Venturi, what is a Venturi?
It's where the, creates an area of low pressure. Yeah, the shape of the Venturi. creates an area of low
Yeah.
pressure.
Low pressure and high velocity, and this causes it to, how do I explain it? Yeah, forces the fuel air mixture in, and then it goes to the cylinders. This is the throttle valve. So the throttle valve, or they call it butterfly valve too. This is pilot controlled. So essentially, the mixture needle here is controlling the amount, the actual mixture of the fuel air. The throttle valve is controlling the amount of the said fuel air mixture. So therefore, like if you increase it, it's gonna give more mixture, more power, decrease it, vice versa. Does that make sense? Cool. Not something you need to know necessarily at there. I highly doubt they're gonna ask you how the carburetor works on a PPL or instrument check, right? Especially instrument, but commercial they will ask you, because as a commercial pilot, you can fly literally whatever you want. So Carburetor icing, so, that is one of the dangers of a carburetor system. It can even occur at 75 degrees Celsius. Icing can occur inside a carburetor. This temperature and below, plus visible moisture or high humidity can cause ice to form and decrease engine performance. So if your engine RPM slowly decreases without any changes of the throttle, then you can expect carb ice. So in other aircraft, they have carb heat. It takes that ambient heat from the exhaust and puts it in the carburetor. I guess it's different in these slings. And the engine performance will decrease a little bit, but then it should get better over time. Cool.
Yeah, just because moisture, when you go there and just go fast.
Yeah,
just-
very crappy. So, in a fuel injection system, the fuel is injected directly into the cylinders or just ahead of the intake valve. The air intake for the fuel injector system is basically the same thing that the carburetor one uses. It just intakes air from outside and then it essentially mixes it.
That's a fuel check.
Fuel injector, so these are the benefits of it, limits waste of fuel. Each cylinder has 2 fuel injectors. It makes cold engine starts a little easier, but it makes hot engine starts harder. But it solely relies on aircraft computers, so that's kind of good, bad, how you take it, type of thing. Where's your thing? Sorry. This is like a normal magneto system that you guys know. That's ULS. We just
Here we
talked about, we
go,
already
here we
talked about
go.
this.
Should we talk about it?
No. Do you guys have any questions? System? It's okay if you do, I can answer them.
It's not related. Well,
Do
technically,
you have a question?
it's in relation to magnetos.
Okay, what's your question?
Did you guys say someone got like over here?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, someone got decapitated over there. That wasn't us, wasn't our, obviously, yeah, it was like the school before, I think, AAA.
Someone that got decapitated?
Yeah,
I don't think
Was
it's a
before-
secret, right? Yeah.
was before we start, right before.
Way before us, like light years ago, because with magnetos, what is the danger?
If he's not
You're not
grounded
grounded, you start with that.
and they have
Yeah.
fuel in the system.
So I think he like literally walked to the prop and like
Let's see,
started,
a student pilot.
I have no idea.
Yeah, he
I
was
can't
pushing
remember the
back.
details.
He was pushing back, that's what he was pushing back, because they pushed there, you know, how they pushed with him.
Probably.
He was pushing and ignite, and when he ignited, he just.
Oh, okay.
That was Daniel. Daniel's work there. That's what he told. You know Daniel? The truck?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh. That's what I know.
Daniel saw it?
Oh?
Daniel saw it?
No. That's not his name.
Daniel? No, he saw it. Did Daniel?
Yeah, no, Daniel. Yeah, Daniel was there, but he didn't saw it. He was working there. Yeah.
I wouldn't be traumatized.
I would be
I wouldn't.
traumatized, I would need therapy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
No.
Any questions on our ignition system? No? Okay. Okay, we talked about this. What kind of fuel do we take?
Chassis.
What is biogas?
That's carbon.
Motor gas. It's motor gas. What is avgas?
Avgas is
Yes.
Yeah, aviation gas, exactly.
Uh,
So standard octane is the performance number or grade. The higher grade of gasoline, the more pressure the fuel can withstand without detonating. Lower grades of fuel are used in lower compression gauges because these fuels ignite at a lower temperature.
yeah. It's just showing though.
What is this?
It's
So
great.
during normal combustion, the fuel air mixture burns in a very controlled and predictable manner. In a spark ignition engine, the process occurs in a fraction of a second. The mixture actually begins to burn at a point where it is ignited by the spark plugs. It then burns away from the spark plugs and until it's completely consumed. And this type of combustion causes a smooth buildup of temperature and pressure and ensures the expanding gases deliver the maximum force to the piston at exactly the right time in the power stroke. Cool? Cool.
Any question?
Okay, oh, yes, actually, this is important. Detonation is they will ask on the written, detonation versus.
Ignition.
Pre what?
Great initiative.
Pre-ignition, yes. So detonation is the uncontrolled explosive ignition of the fuel air mixture. So, essentially it, how do I explain?
It's just like, isn't it because of the deposits within the cylinder?
It's the temperature of the
Like,
cylinder.
super hot. it
Yeah,
explodes.
Yeah,
inside
it
in the place
explodes.
too.
Yeah, when it's not supposed to, basically.
Yeah.
Just
yeah.
get hot inside.
Within it, because, so it can
Like the
also
walls of the cylinder, it's really hot and it explodes instead of burns.
be, yeah. So, cause it should just burn, and explode
Oh.
instead.
Wait, no. Detonation is caused by a really bad quality of fuel.
It can be, also, I think if the mixture is not laid correctly, it goes.
Yeah, that's
Mhm.
also.
Yeah, mixture and fuel, but it's because it's super hot inside, and so it causes it to explode versus like burning the way that it should.
They're on
And
future.
then with pre-ignition, it's based on the deposits with these spark plugs, right?
That was, yeah, there's fuel there, there's fuel there before, so the residual
So
fuel inside.
there's two types, right? We have pre-ignition and detonation. Detonation doesn't have just one cause. So if you put 80 in our 100 low lead,
It's not.
that could cause
Detonation.
detonation. So the definition of detonation is the uneven burning of
Yes.
the fuel air mixture. Pre-ignition is
I'm gonna listen in.
timing.
Yeah.
So it is burning before it's supposed to. So when you think of pre, think about time.
Mhm.
It's ahead of its time.
There's,
Yeah,
If you think of detonation, it's exploding.
yeah, it's exploding and it shouldn't be doing that, essentially. This is a question on written, I can't remember which one though.
I think it's private pilot.
Commercial?
It was private pilot.
There was,
They
there
have
was,
a PPO?
There's a private pilot.
there was one on PPL, one on commercial.
Yeah, I remember that's not commercial though. Yeah, so like Sean said, pre-ignition, it's igniting too early. Detonation is just essentially exploding. So either way, not good. Alright, what's next? Come on.
Any questions?
Oh my god, are we done?
So what happens?
Oh, cool. Okay, any questions, guys?
No.
No, it's okay if you have questions.
Great.
Yeah, we actually can't take a break, because everyone said, quick.
It's not yet.
Oh.
Let's try. Yeah, we're done. Yeah, we're gonna take a 5-minute break and then we'll see.
Yeah. Based on
So what Kimberly was saying is there's lead buildup that can
Yeah.
happen, and the buildup can happen inside the coil itself or on the spark plug. And so that lead retains heat.
Okay, and that's.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
And
what I
that's
was
what you're
trying.
trying to explain.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to explain, but I couldn't.
That's what you're gonna use?
But it's specifically that low lead. There's just a lot of lead that is building up inside.
That what?
Our piston. So you're right.
Yeah,
You just
okay.
Think
I
about
could be
it
excited.
ahead of its time
Whereas
versus it's.
We're on the same spot, the cord.
detonation is like.
No,
explosion.
no.
It's not burning
Just go get
even.
military.
Yeah, but that's.
Not doing that.
Put a sad song.
Pre-ignition,
Please,
let's talk about the.
No, like
fuel
those
filter, right?
ones
That's
that
why we
press
go
the
to
desk,
this
yeah.
first, so there's what, intake,
Yeah, intake,
Compression,
combustion,
combustion,
and then.
exhaust. So there's intake, let's say it's bringing it all in, and then it's exploding on the compression stage. So while that piston is being pushed in, that fuel air mixture could ignite, and it's trying to push against that piston that's compressing it.
Okay,
And that causes damage to the engine because,
yeah,
This timing.
to
yeah,
the piston precisely.
well, to that camshaft
Yeah.
that's controlling the timing.
Oh, it's just because normal here, they live on the back.
I would let everyone go into.
No.
It's unprofessional.
So it's going
No,
up
no,
at
no.
the same time.
You
another
put it
piston
from
is
normal,
going up, So now you have two.
And you just live on the back, and you will do a little
Does that make
thing
sense?
behind.
Go on the,
What, cut it normal and then what?
No, you cut normal all the way here and from the
your
back.
camshaft typically looks like this.
What you mean, like, shave it? Oh, no.
And you'll have one piston attached here and one piston attached there. This one will be on its compression phase, while this one is on its ignition phase. So this ignition phase will be pushing this one to compress that fuel air mixture. Then you have So this would be the crankshaft, and then you would have a camshaft out here that's controlling the timing, and they're all connected somehow. But the idea is that when this one is expanding, it's spinning this, which is spinning, our stator, getting us electrical power, but it's setting this one up for the next phase. So the idea is that we have continuous power, that there's never not an explosion, and those explosions are setting up the next piston for its compression phase.
Okay.
So when it comes back, this thing is timing to let fuel air in, and this one is going back, this one is in its compression phase. Then this one would pull back in its combustion phase, and this one would be in its compression phase. And then we would have intake.
Yeah, okay.
And that
So,
would mess up the crankshaft.
so if she goes back to that, that
Where is one?
animation of each one firing,
It'd just be at a random.
yeah, you'll see that there's always gonna be one that's combusting, one that's doing intake, one that's compressing, and one that's doing exhaust.
Oh, okay,
Does that make sense?
makes sense.
So if you have detonation is bad because if you have this one combusting and this one combusting, now they're both adding power and power is lost because it's not smooth.
Oh, okay.
And so when you lose that power, you're losing momentum on this spinning and you're not getting enough electricity from it.
Yeah,
No, actually, I made this dinner.
If that makes
Like,
any
oh,
sense.
We had fish for dinner.
Does that answer the question?
yeah.
This,
I made this from scratch.
see if I practice it.
Yeah.
Been on this like Mediterranean diet thing, it's like. Like.
Yeah, like you can't have cheese and meat. It's like you can't have cheese with meat and stuff.
I don't think I've done any project alcohol.
I'm Sean. I see it all, I see it all the time.
Chicken,
Yeah, I see it around.
it's like, I'm sick of it.
When I went to Israel, dude, like they give them the family or sandwich. Like they saved me for the week. So it's like I was eating vegetables, like cucumber sandwiches. They throw an egg in there, cucumber sandwich, like lettuce, like everything. And it was good, it was good. And I could actually eat with that. It's also the way food's prepared. Makes you enjoy it. So if you're just eating unseasoned chicken, fish like that, I can see what.
Yeah, I mean, we used to eat like a ton of steak, everything, but like. Now we're just trying to eat really healthy, because my dad's like high risk for heart disease, so now we have to like.
Back up on
All the butter and
processed cheese,
salt.
cheese.
Yeah. I mean, we normally cook fairly healthy. Yeah. Probably the alcohol too.
Smashed potatoes?
I just mac and cheese.
Well, far looks smashed potato.
Yeah.
Just the whole.
Thanksgiving?
For breakfast. Whole time.
Thanksgiving's like the worst time of year for me, cause I go in on everything around me. And it's like my cousin, Leland, we used to be like the same size, right? Then he turned 16, now he's like a whole foot taller than me. Yeah, bro, that kid can eat, and it's like, he's always teasing me, you can't keep up with me.
What the? Is the race is like, oh, let's race.
And like, I used to be able to eat like, when I was little, I used to be like, at Thanksgiving, I used to be able to have like 2 plates. Like, my cousin, he would always have 4 to feed me, bro. Now I can like do 1 big plate and then I'll have a slice of cake. But still, that's.
No pie? No pie? That's not the American way.
No,
Bacon pie.
Stuff like that.
No, we don't do pie, we do cob.
My Thanksgiving last year was pretty sad.
Why, what happened? Did you have
I mean,
food and
there was a
casserole
lot.
for
Because I
Thanksgiving?
just moved here to San Diego, so I didn't.
Oh, no, that's tough.
Have you ever
I
had
see.
green bean casserole?
Yeah.
Is it good?
I mean, if you make it right, if you
I'm asking.
minimize the green bean and maximize the.
Minus the green.
If you know how to make,
Well,
everything is good.
That's good.
You say you're half Japanese, right?
Huh?
You say half Japanese.
Yeah.
So like,
Yeah, I mean,
do you have like a?
in Hawaii, it's usually like holidays are usually like a mix of Asian food. I mean, it depends. Cause like. The family friends that are white, they're from like Texas and it's like barbecue and stuff, but like my uncles, they're all like Japanese and Chinese, so it's all like fried rice and like.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Thanksgiving is like totally mixed white,
That's
but
awesome.
it's good.
Wow. Me, it's like mac and cheese, collard greens, turkey. My grandma doesn't like to do mashed potatoes unless like my cousin Leland comes over, cause she feels like it's too much starch. Like, cause they'll also make rice, cause my granddad Samoan, he only eat rice with everything. But like, yeah, that, yams, we don't do like marshmallows and stuff, I feel like that's disgusting, marshmallows and yams. Just do
What's that?
cinnamon
Yeah.
brown sugar,
That's weird.
that's a white people way.
On sweet potatoes though, marshmallows? and brown
No,
sugar?
bro, no marshmallows.
Yams, what the hell are yams?
Yeah.
That was a good.
Can we get into Thanksgiving, bro?
No,
Okay,
white,
okay.
no, I'm just saying,
You make turduckens.
our Thanksgivings are
We have
different.
turduckens.
You said you made 2 ducks.
Turduckens.
Oh,
You know what a turducken is?
no.
Oh, it's right now. You basically put.
Oh, no.
You take a duck, and you stick it inside of a chicken,
What?
you take a chicken and you stick it inside of the turkey, and then you throw that in the oven.
That's crazy.
That's American right there.
That's American way.
And then if you wanna take it another step, you have bacon, wrap it in bacon.
That is so greedy. That's good though.
Poor animals.
It's just like, we don't have a turkey, let's mix this together.
You're Latino, you never had a carne asada before, you eat all of these, come on.
It's just like, oh, we don't have turkey, let's mix those and get turkey.
Now it works.
Yeah, but that's so this.
Yeah, that's the American way.
That's the Thanksgiving experience.
Have you guys ever done it before, Sean?
No, I haven't.
Oh, so he just.
I just know.
Use her tail.
Yeah, my grandma's side of the family, my mom's side of the family is Mexican, so we do tamales.
Oh, yeah, that sounds
I
fun.
make like 1,000 tamales and it's like a whole ordeal and we just go. It's a lot.
No, for this guy, he's cousin, no, 100.
What?
Got 100.
Yeah. You can catch up with me.
Bro.
You need to invite Caden to your Thanksgiving.
And then he should invite me to his.
Yeah, that's true, I guess. Exchange,
Exchange it.
cultural exchange.
Hey, bro, can my place Thanksgiving?
Fuck it.
Then you can learn what a yam is.
I'm looking this shit up.
They're like the same exact thing as sweet potato, like they look the same.
Really? Yeah. Oh, hell no.
I think you just don't have eyes.
No,
Don't have what?
You don't have
they're not as good.
No.
You
I mean,
don't?
I
I prefer sweet potato pie for Thanksgiving though.
It's not like I would.
Yeah, oh yeah, my grandma, she gives me sweet potato pie.
Chicken pie.
So.
I mean, it's just a East Coast thing, it's a lot of
Imagine
chicken
going to
pie.
like Texas Roadhouse, right? You get the sweet potato with marshmallows and brown sugar. It's so good.
Corn in the cup,
Yeah.
And that's my thought, just by looking at the
grapes,
text.
old green,
Yeah.
But you're right, it was 4.
rice, bean, potato.
That
That's
was-
in the.
You'd be sitting in the restaurant.
That is so good.
This kid, he was 12 here.
Okay. There be multiple CDIs for each.
That's you?
Yes, bro.
Damn, bro.
I wish I had a growth spurt.
It's either, this is either the ignition coil.
Been praying to God for the past 4 years, all through high school. This is me next to my Samoan cousin. I'm in the black.
They're being one.
Who is, that's a 60-year-old cousin?
No, that's my other cousin. His name's Ziggy.
Yeah.
That's Ziggy, that's Eric, and that's Molly.
And this one is the small one, that's
That's
not.
Jojo.
Which one is the 61?
Oh, the other one?
Yeah.
Oh, I have a picture with him. Well, all of them,
Quiz time.
all of them.
Look at that basket.
Look at me on the black on the left. That's me next to my Samoan cousin.
Yeah, that sounds okay.
I wish I was.
That's like, that's,
There's, at some point, I wish I wasn't half Mexican,
they,
you know?
they look like, yeah, that's.
That's so cool.
But no.
This is the best picture I've seen.
They have football players.
Hmm? Oh god, they're like
Big.
huge.
So that's, this is either.
Yeah, on San Diego airport, if you, I work on the ground there for a little. A lot of Samoans work there on the ground. It's
A lot
so
of,
fun.
a lot of.
They're so funny.
Yeah.
Cause.
Yeah.
Cold?
With ketchup.
I didn't.
I'm kidding. Ketchup.
With hot sauce.
Okay.
Oh, you guys are black.
He's
I think it's- He's 60.
I feel like I don't want to use it.
It's good double.
He's Samoan and Hawaiian, his mom's Hawaiian.
Alright, we're gonna take the quiz. Oh, I probably
You
should.
only gave us 4 minutes. It was 9:41 when we went to break. It's 9:55 right
That is literally 14.
now.
There's like 50 questions.
It's Friday.
It's Zulu or
What? Wait, no, we're done for today.
Really?
You're the best.
That's the best instructor I've had today.
Today.
Go take the quiz.
You're not flying today? You instruct me, okay.
No,
Okay.
but
Not proxy that I'm getting 100.
That's fine.
Ooh, no pressure.
Oh, I said not proxy.
Oh, no prox.
Oh, promise.
He's pressuring himself, but I think he, well,
I
by.
think he can do that. I believe it.
I believe we can fly.
first. Oh, 37 questions today.
Nice. No. 5 less from the other one. Oh, gosh. First question I see.
Wait, hold. When it's above 14,000 feet, then it's a minute and a half, right?
Yes.
So wait. This one sounds weird. Is it going based on? Like, it doesn't tell the altitude. Should I just put pulse?
Yeah, put false.
Yeah.
Riley. Okay, fair answer. We're just doing a quiz.
Sorry, do a space.
Bruh, I don't wanna be here, you just want space. You just want freaking space. Fine. Fine, fine.
It's okay.
Joke's
you're
on
doing
you
good.
all.
You're doing good. Just ignore the haters.
Yeah.
I'm not a hater. He is a hater.
Phoebe's not a hater. Phoebe loves. Read this. I like it. Don't like it. Okay, cool. Now that we're done with the quiz. How'd you guys do?
I got a pass. Yeah,
What is your definition of a pass though?
72.
Have double weight, please, respect.
What week are we on? 3?
Yeah.
Okay,
I messed up on some of those holes questions, but then after reviewing them, I was like, oh yeah, it's all based off in relation to the outbound.
yes.
And I just remembered that
Oh, I
after.
did
Okay.
not.
You're gonna be so ahead when you start flying. Alright, so the Garmin GTN 6.
Oh, I went on the baby simulator this morning
Uh-huh.
and I figured out how to get the distance. Sorry, but. You like ready to go with this? No.
He's eating his mac and cheese.
Oh.
Cold. The Garmin GTN 650 does not have WAS. True or false? Does not, so it has WAS. That's just, why would they ask it like that?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
they
only
make
got
changes.
wrong on like those questions like that.
So,
You should like say like, can I change the price? You guys pay me how
yeah,
much for change?
I do it for
That's
free
not
actually, low-key. So, true or false?
True.
False.
Wait, no, false.
False,
Yeah.
yeah, so, okay, does,
Oh, no, true.
Does Garmin have loss? Yes.
do we have WAS? Yes, so it does not have WAS, yeah, okay.
If we didn't, we wouldn't be IFR trained certified, right?
Yeah.
Not necessarily, you don't need WAS.
It's just an,
It's an added benefit, but
support.
also you should fly with WAS, like, if you fly without WAS, it's crazy.
It's raining.
Alright, pilots may be required to climb, descend, or maintain altitude while flying a DME arc, true or false?
Huh? I was waiting.
it's true.
Jaden?
True.
Oh, okay,
Okay, I like terms.
hold south of the 10 DME fix from the Ogden VOR on the 180 radial left turns. So, how are we gonna figure this out?
Left hand.
You find.
So, so south 180, what is 180?
South.
Well, yes.
It's the outbound, it's the outbound.
Yes, 180 is our outbound.
Because we're on the same side.
Where are we?
If they
putting-
go out together.
Yeah. Thank you. Where are we putting our thumb?
On the left.
So what kind of entry is this?
Teardrop.
Perfect. Yeah, that.
Gosh, I taught you so well. You hear this instruction from ATC. Hold south of the ME Vortex on 180 radial, 5 mile legs, EFC 1845 Zulu. What direction are the turns? Right. Where can a pilot start a present position hold in the Garmin GTN 650?
I have mine.
Nav page.
We didn't talk about this. Sorry,
I
guys.
didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, this is a
It's
really
actually-
this is a weird question.
Yeah, it's worded weird.
We
that's
did
why I
system, but we didn't
thought-
talk about.
I don't understand what they mean by present position
Do they mean
hold.
just
Like holding in your current position?
Yeah, I think that's it,
What I
because it's present
was
position.
too.
like
Yeah.
Position menu, default now.
I don't know the answer, so we can guess.
It's hold.
It's all-
Old menu is the
Okay.
right answer.
Hold menu.
Okay, a DME arc is a way to fly a constant distance arc around a navigation system.
True.
You're on the published missed approach. Okay, we haven't talked about approaches yet. Why? I don't understand why this is on there. Anyway, sorry.
It's parallel.
Oh, it's asking about the hold, that's why. Spoke
Yeah.
too soon. Okay, how do you plan on entering the hole at the Las Vegas Vortex?
So you have to intercept 310, and then obviously when you go inbound to the fix, it goes to the opposite side, so it should be parallel.
Are you sure?
Could be it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is parallel.
It's right turn.
Cool, thanks guys.
You pass.
Yeah.
You didn't click on them.
When should a pilot
Mhm.
initiate the turn to join a DME arc?
I put 1.5 nautical miles.
Mhm.
Okay.
Hold west of the Ogden VOR on 240 left turns. What kind of entry is this? So we're holding west,
What?
240. What is 240?
It's parallel.
Parallel.
So west 240, 240s are outbound using our left hand, so this is a parallel. Oh, someone can't spell. Pilots must use autopilot while on an IFR flight plan and flying an IMC.
Oh.
That's helpful.
It's true, but.
Another holding question? My goodness. Okay, hold southwest of the Ogden VOR 240.
It could be a teardrop. Yeah, wait, no, wait, no.
240 and two.
So
Yeah.
Southwest 240, are these on the same side?
Oh, no, sorry.
No, it is.
Yeah, so this is Southwest, this is 240, so 240
Oh,
is what? Our outbound, where are we cutting the pie?
There.
Right.
Right there.
Kind of right here.
Right?
There.
Yeah, so it's gonna be a
Teardrop. It's closer
yeah.
to a teardrop.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I cut the pie at the 90-degree, TBH,
Yeah, that's fine.
right? Okay.
Oh, yeah, no, you.
What? Yeah.
For right turns, you put on the.
So you cut straight across?
Yeah, that's
Yeah, and then when you go like down, like. put your-
Slanted.
And it's like slanted, right, and then just straighten out.
So, okay,
Oh, no, you don't cut at the 90 degree, you
Yes, you
cut
Slanted.
adjacent.
You do.
Well, no, you
That's
put your
up.
thumb on the 90 and then you go like that,
so
right?
Case
Um,
will then move up 20 degrees and then.
don't look
cut.
at the table.
So it's
This is your thumb,
Okay, okay.
this is
That's
your,
the drawing.
you're cutting it literally right above it. So thumb, you cut above like that. That was actually
Yeah,
done.
it's like 20 degrees up.
Yeah, it's about 20. We did.
But you know what I mean?
It's
though.
all- Okay,
Okay, okay.
you guys get-
Teardrop, man. Put that in
I
there.
feel like we make it worse.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. You guys are great. Okay, standard direction of holds,
The
turns.
answer is right there.
Right turns, but
This was bad.
People who are making this quiz. How long should your outbound leg be for 1 minute legs if the inbound took
1 minute 20.
Yes. Autopilot increases a pilot's situational
I
awareness.
put true, but it's apparently false.
It's, how would it increase your situational awareness?
I mean, it would reduce your workload to which you would be aware.
That's kind of true, but it doesn't do anything to be like I would say that your G3X, the traffic map increases your situational awareness. Autopilot doesn't necessarily directly increase or decrease your situational awareness.
Other word to false.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, false. Maximum hold speed at 16,000 feet
65.
265. If a 5-degree crab is used to maintain course on the inbound leg, how much crab should be used in the outbound?
15.
So why are we multiplying our inbound wind correction by 3?
It's
Because they two,
Like,
two
you have
degrees.
to make
degrees.
Yes, great.
And
So happy. It's being cool. All right.
Yeah.
Hold northeast of the Ogden VOR 060. So how are we? What's the
it's
sitch?
correct,
How do you know?
because the outbound is on 060,
Because
because of the cardinal direction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then what?
Does it go out?
Direct?
together? Yeah, they go out together.
They all together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's catching on. Yay. So it's direct. How much lateral protection is a pilot provided during a DME arc?
1 nautical mile? I might have it wrong.
I think we didn't go over this, but yeah, just 1 mile. Max holding speed at 4,000.
200, 200, yeah.
What is the difference between heading mode and track mode on the
I
autopilot?
didn't read this properly,
Head
but
on the fly.
maybe it's
Thanks the last one.
Flying
I used the last one too.
animal on the fly.
Actually, I never used track
The
mode.
first one. I think.
No, it's wrong. I
think
used the
so.
last one,
It's not
it's
false.
wrong.
The last one's wrong.
Track mode is not functioning as linear.
It's, okay,
Well,
it's with ground bearings.
Is
The
it?
track mode is with ground bearings.
I didn't know that.
I'm not
that's what I
magnetic, yeah.
said, right? Isn't that
That's
number
the-
one?
I know that heading mode is magnetic.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I just made an assumption. So-
I've never used the track, I mean, maybe you guys will use it, I've never used it. Max holding airspeed at 8,000 MSL is 230. Cool.
Wait, 230, yeah. It's at-
Did they ask you the same question twice?
I thought,
Yeah, just to make sure you got right.
that was 4,000, my bad.
Alright, what is the max gross weight of a light sport aircraft? 1320. Cool.
Not actually true, but.
Which GTN 650 is lets you switch nav sources?
It is true for brass.
Not
Okay.
fine.
It is true.
It is true for brand check. So if someone,
If you go check right above that, you fail right there.
Yeah.
yeah, don't do that.
But
Don't do that.
So many people fail
We
right there.
cannot fly out of 1320. No. Which GTM page lets you switch nav surfaces G at PSVR?
Huh?
This guy.
It was
default.
the no, it
Default
was
nav.
default nav.
Why do I think it's default nav, but like, okay, you
It's
click.
CDI is
You
the
click
CDI.
that, what- It's like a habit by this point that I don't even know what it's saying. Is it CDI? It is, right?
Actually, CDI.
Okay, yeah.
Default nav.
Wait, I said CDI, but.
Yeah, I got it wrong. I don't understand.
What did you did GTN app out?
Yeah, like, it's,
You click on CDI to switch between your nav and your GPS.
Yeah.
It's asking.
So that,
So that's
but,
what it's asking,
but I
yeah.
think this GTN is default.
Wait, you got nav and it was wrong?
No, I said CDI.
Okay.
I said
I didn't-
CDI too.
And
Oh, he did CDI, so that's what it's. this-
Oh, it's default, she's
Yeah,
saying it's
default nav.
default nav. Okay, cool.
Oh, it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
You are in cruise flight with autopilot engaged. The autopilot tracking GPS starting to make incorrect grammar, starts to make an unplanned turn. You should.
Disconnect.
Mhm.
Disconnect. I put disconnect, yeah.
Yep.
What's the max continuous RPM setting?
Python.
Yeah.
When flying with an autopilot, what should you add to your normal scan?
I thought I put fuel quantity, but I think it's flight mode.
Your airspeed should be a part of your OG scan.
Oh.
Are you guys not scanning? Your
No, that's
airspeed?
not what we're saying. It seemed like a rhetorical question.
What
So I
is,
just-
yeah.
Well, okay, what, they're basically asking, when you're
Oh,
flying.
yeah, that's true, the font.
But
yeah.
it's to set up your autopilot. I figured like, oh man.
It was
I
already
know,
set up, that's what I'm saying.
Fuel
What?
quantity.
What, are we all on different pages right now?
Yes, I understand that it's
But
already,
you have to control your airspeed and everything else should.
no, that's what I'm saying, they probably, I understand that they ask if it was already set up, you should.
Yeah, you should
Now,
double check your
they ask if you
autopilot.
before,
They're just saying when you're
Let's do the
flying,
FMA.
when you're flying with your autopilot, what do you have to add? The flight mode enunciator, I think.
It is that one.
Yeah.
yeah, it's that one.
How do we add that
Fuel
to, if it's the enunciator, doesn't it make announcements? So.
No, it just shows
Scan something that.
I don't know what that
No, just show on the top there.
It's like the.
setup.
Oh,
autopilot.
yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know what that is, so I put
It's on the
fuel
top,
quantity.
right? I don't know, I don't quite think so.
Does it kind of make sense?
I don't like these
I don't know, I gotta
questions.
see what the aircraft looks like.
Yeah, true.
It's gonna take you to a tour, well, let's take you into a tour just to show.
A tour.
Like Loki, do you want to after class? Or, cause we're gonna do
Women
that.
all set.
I feel bad because we keep talking about things and you're like, I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, we
Okay.
should.
It's okay. He's.
She's gonna get paid though.
I
You wanna
can't.
take me up?
I can't take you. He's not checked out yet.
Hey, friend,
Okay, so automation,
This week.
automation in an aircraft, it has proven.
To present new hazards and its
Mhm.
limitations.
What are some hazards that come on with autopilot?
I mean, complaint.
Like that first question and unassigned.
Complacency.
Oh, not gonna,
Yeah, exactly.
your jacket is. getting all messed up.
Honestly, sometimes autopilot scares me.
Fair.
Like it just randomly takes control.
Well, then
Do you
you're,
think that's, never mind.
no, go ahead, go ahead.
If there is no autopilot, but.
No, no, it
Michael, what's your
was-
question?
it's like such a stupid question.
Go ahead.
You get to just keep going, yeah.
What a stupid question.
What's your
Make
question?
us, yeah, don't make my things, we can help
It's like, it's not.
you.
Can you just ask it?
He's not related, he's.
I'm gonna be curious the rest of the
Okay,
time.
so do you think because of autopilot and complacency, that's why a lot of like, you got these big pilots out here, you know?
Physical challenge?
Oh, yeah, I see.
What are you asking?
Dude, that's good.
We need to have you to put
I'll
that
bet you
in.
Big question.
That was a crazy question, you were right.
I was right?
No, that was a crazy question.
No, that was
Oh.
Okay. Hold south of the Ogden VOR on the 180 radial. I need to stop saying radial to radio.
Where'd you learn that?
I don't know. I started saying it like
I
that
think
recently.
you just got that from John.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
John
Oh,
says it
John.
that
Come
way.
on, he does.
John.
Oh, John.
Oh, John.
Hold south. Okay, what kind of entry is this?
I don't know.
Hold south, it could be, it's parallel because it's right,
Let's see.
it's parallel.
So, how do we figure this out?
So
180.
south and 180 are going out together.
Yes, they are. So,
And we have a parallel entry.
where do you get the 5?
5 right turns.
Yep. So, what's this block?
That's your
What's this one?
direct
What's this one?
parallel.
Cool.
That's what I said.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
I feel like all the answers have been parallel.
No, there was two.
No, there is one direction one.
When should you slow your aircraft to at or below the max holding speed?
I
don't know
get
the answer to this one,
I thought it was 100
I'm assuming like upon what did anybody know what the correct answer is?
5 minutes on the reaching.
Yeah, it's 3 minutes.
3 minutes? Okay.
2 minutes?
It's good. Standard leg lengths in a hold are 1.5 minutes.
Oh.
Falls.
How long should your outbound leg be for 1 minute legs if the inbound leg took 1 minute and 30 to cross?
How long does it do that though?
You didn't click.
You didn't click.
You didn't click. We're gonna fail again.
You are executing the missed approach at CQX Chatham Muni from the RNAV GPS Bravo approach. How will you enter this holding pattern?
You said correct.
So this
Oh, right there.
this is the you guys haven't read this. I've read approach plates, so this is kind of confusing.
It's direct.
This is where your this is the approach. This little dotted line right here is the missed approach. And you're entering into the hold right
Hold is
there.
the dotted line.
Yeah,
So
the
you're
hold
gonna
is
do-
right here. I know, that's hard for you guys because you guys have done that.
Yeah, it'll be
Uh,
so.
Pearl?
Yeah,
Right. I
direct,
said that
yeah,
wrong.
direct.
Oh, it's right.
Yeah, because you could have fully thought that that was the hold.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was.
So that is another hold. It's the procedure turn / hold for the approach. This is the
So
missed
it's
approach.
actually
procedure.
circling that area?
No, it's
No.
a hold.
It's to turn you, it's to turn you around if you like are coming from a weird direction. Yeah. I think approaches are next week, which I'm so excited for. They're so fun.
Way back for that week to come on.
First you were waiting for holds, now you're waiting for approaches, like, sheesh. Okay, what fuel can the Sling 2 use?
91 low gas and 100 low lead. Okay.
Hold south, 10 DME, Ogden VOR 360. Appropriate entry is,
Wait, what is it?
What is
left or right?
360?
so,
Is it left?
we're
or
holding south on the 360 radial.
right? It's right, it's parallel.
Again.
Everyone parallel.
Oh, my God, the other one. Okay, hold south, 180, left turns.
180 left.
Good job.
Which of the following is the correct way to engage autopilot?
Selecting lateral and vertical modes and then selecting the AP. button.
Yep. Wow, great job, guys. All right, cool.
I don't know.
100%.
She didn't miss you click one.
Yeah, cool. Okay, let's look over this syllabus for next week.
Next week is.
Next week, what do we have actually? I don't
Well,
know.
that's why we're gonna look over the syllabus
Yeah.
for next week.
It's a break next week.
No breaks.
So if In-N-Out's not for lunch, what's gonna be for lunch?
I have spaghetti and meatballs.
Oh, that's nice.
Okay, so we're gonna talk about approaches, IFR cross-country flying, and regulation. So, okay, cool. Oh gosh, I should learn how to read a jet chart then, huh?
Yes.
That would.
Well, we
be-
should all learn together.
No?
Well, we'll do, but
Yeah.
we'll go over both, but just know that we're using jet at Sling. Or actually, it's instructor discretion technically. Well,
Yeah. It
I wanna
might
learn
be
both.
a dumb test, but can you like go into detail on how to like make it?
sure, that'd be good.
Okay.
I can totally do that, because I don't even,
I feel like I don't think it's super hard, it's just like sometimes when you have different approach plates,
Or you covered the next.
then it's just like, okay, what should I be verbalizing?
it's easier with the jet charts for sure. So the jet charts organize it in a way that make it super easy to brief, because you basically just read left to right, top to bottom. But we can go over it, yeah.
Okay. No.
Actually, I want to see this. This is our last week of
No, there's one more.
Well, yeah, but like this is our last week of new knowledge, because week 5 is literally
just
just
review, yeah.
review.
So we're gonna be able to
Week
go
five?
to,
ACF for week
no,
five?
no, no, lost communication.
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
my god, sorry, yeah, I forgot about that, guys.
We can do that week 5, and then we can do the ACS.
Yeah, we can do it to the ACS.
Oh, and
No.
also, can you
Or no,
organize,
check right, bro.
No,
No?
can you
Why not?
organize like the different precision and non-precision
Next week.
approaches?
yeah, we're gonna do that next week.
That would be nice, because I mean, I have like a general idea of what it is,
Uh-huh,
but
yeah, we'll go over that, yeah.
I
Alright,
need clarification.
alright. I'm just looking through all this is kind of
Oh,
relevant right
and
now.
also marvelous VFR,
We'll go over that too.
okay,
That should be next week. If it's not
Yeah,
in
I
there,
think
I'll go over it regardless.
yeah.
Like crazy that this is, okay, cool. Oh my gosh, we're almost done, guys. Are you sad?
No.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
They probably teach in the next class,
I'm probably going to teach the next class.
so we'll see you again if we choose to come
Yeah.
Well, no question, let's go for the next.
in. I'll come and send back just ask questions that people are too afraid to ask.
That'd be great, actually. I think that'd be useful.
No, no, just answer, you answer that
Fear
question.
in that, regardless,
I don't have fear in that,
yeah.
I don't.
No, as you should. No, but that's what I love. Because
What the heck is that question? What are you gonna fear?
you're genuinely curious. You're just like, well, like,
Yeah.
what if the
What
bypass
about
valve
the
gets
RPMs?
clogged?
Like in my letter of recommendation, I'm a very inquisitive person.
You are very inquisitive. Yes, I will give you that one.
Oh, right there, right there.
Sometimes they'll ask questions.
What else? Give it, give
Ah.
comments, yeah, put on his letter.
Are you writing a fake letter of recommendation?
So.
No, he's
All
not
right,
that.
wait. I'm gonna end the Zoom.
No, keep it recording, we need that on.
This is all for today.
So,
Thank you for
You
joining.
know, I need you to